To Adam Ball, Vice President of ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex, to introduce this year's recipient of the Disney Spirit Award.
Good evening from the most magical place on earth. It's here at Walt Disney World where the idea for the Disney Spirit Award was born. Now each year we look to celebrate the magic of the human spirit. This year, that journey took us to South Bend, Indiana, and the University of Notre Dame. I recently visited the Fighting Irish to honor this year's recipient, Jeremiyah Love. He's overcome unique personal and social challenges to become one of the most inspirational leaders in college football. Congratulations to Jeremiyah Love, this year's recipient of the Disney Spirit Award.
Congratulations to Jeremiyah. A dominant season on the field, 18 rushing touchdowns, tied for the most in a season in Notre Dame history. One of 4 Power Conference players with at least 1,000 rushing yards and 250 receiving yards. But there's so much more to his story than what we see on the field. Here's Jen Latta with more.
Yeah, Jeremiyah Love's journey has been truly remarkable. Consider this, he's really been able to accomplish almost everything he has put his mind to. When he was in high school, he scored 5 touchdowns in the state championship game on his way to a title with his team. And then just a few months later, he ended up winning the 100-meter in track at state. He taught himself Japanese, he taught himself how to play the piano, and you're hearing that thinking, well, this young man is just a high achiever. But Jeremiyah Love is not the person or the player he is today without a support system in place that allowed him to be unapologetically himself at every turn.
It's kind of been our ritual since I was about 5 or 6 years old. My dad brings me up before every game and we'll, go head to head.
His first Pop Warner Pee Wee football game. Jeremiyah was sitting on the bench with his head down, just unsure of himself. And I called him over. I was like, Jeremiyah, you're great, son. You're the greatest. So go out here and show everybody that you're great. I felt him change in that moment. Ran a 70-yard touchdown, his first run ever in Pee Wee football.
Gives me all the confidence that I need to go out there and just be Jeremiyah Love.
Jeremiyah Love with a hurdle.
Love breaks free, trying to go 98. Touchdown!
When you see Jeremiyah Love on the field, there's little doubt the Notre Dame running back is a gifted and unique talent. But even before football, Jeremiyah knew he was different.
Coming up as a kid, I guess you could say odd, really. Like, I did things on my own. Didn't really have any friends growing up.
He kept to himself a lot. So he was pretty adventurous.
That's what I'm talking about.
But when we started school, we started to notice certain things about Jeremiyah that was a little different. His different mannerisms, his attention to detail. If his shoes weren't symmetrically placed in order, he would be mad.
My clothes definitely had to fit a certain way, particularly my pants. I never liked my pants to touch my ankles. It felt really weird.
It took us 20 minutes to get him ready for school because he would just become dysfunctional.
At first, I just thought he was being difficult. And then I realized he couldn't concentrate if things weren't just the way he liked them.
We were going crazy, what is wrong with our baby?
Jeremiyah's parents spent years trying to manage their son's distinctive mannerisms, until finally, a breakthrough.
Sports was definitely something my parents used to, help me with some of those tendencies.
Anything competitive was his trigger. It would drive him for excellence. Once we identified that, we were able to say, hey, this guy's better than you doing this.
And then on, that competitive drive, helped me to really excel.
Competing against people was one thing, but for Jeremiyah, interacting with them was another.
He would tell me, Ma, I don't feel emotion. He was like, he didn't feel happiness, he didn't feel grief, he didn't feel none of that. I was like, yeah, you do. He was like, no, I don't. Jeremiyah was perceived to be, at times, standoffish, a loner, not a team player.
When he started playing sports on a higher level, we knew that was going to bleed over into the coaches. So that was the main reason we went to the doctor, because we wanted to get a diagnosis.
We spoke with a pediatrician who had been seeing Jeremiah since he was a baby. And he kind of leaned into that Jeremiah could be on the spectrum, that he could be higher functioning.
That kind of crushed me and Mom, because we was like, hey, we've been chastising him for a while, trying to make him do certain things, and he just saw the world different.
Jeremiah's parents chose not to pursue an official diagnosis.
The doctor advised us, just continue to let him be who he is and learn how to adapt to it and encourage him. Don't try to change him. Let him change the world.
I always kind of knew I had some tendencies, but it didn't really affect me because I'm totally accept the type of person that I am. I feel like that particularness about myself has, helped me to, be a better football player. It gives me a lot of power over my own life.
We refused to label him. So we had to relay that message to the coaches without any medical evidence saying that this is what it is. But his talent was becoming undeniable.
In 2023, after emerging as one of the nation's best high school running backs, Jeremiah took his talents to South Bend.
When I first met him, quiet, unique personality. His father was the one that said, hey, coach, he might be different than everybody. With Jeremiah, you gotta let him be Jeremiah.
Jeremiah Love would not be denied one of the most relentless runs you'll ever see.
Every time he does something amazing, and I think about what the doctor said, I think we did a good job of allowing Jeremiah to be who he was going to be.
Now, he's a shining example for all to see that it's not a weakness. That's his superpower.
My parents never made me feel like I was odd. Some will probably think I'm crazy, but I feel like for that certain group of people, they'll feel inspired, they'll feel connected, and they'll feel welcome to be who they are.
And sitting here with the recipient of the Disney Spirit Award, which is an award that honors not just what you've done on the field, but the impact that you have had off the field. We just watched your remarkable piece. What was the reaction to that story like?
First, I thought it was a beautiful story. I think you guys did a great job of just picturing it all together. But it kind of made me happy, getting to just see the story and allowing other people to just see a little bit more into my life, It's kind of what I want to do. I want people to know me more as a person rather than just a football player. I want to be able to share a piece of myself with others. So, I was happy. It was, kind of like a wow type of feeling, but ultimately, I just thought it was great because, I want to inspire others. I want to share myself with others, and I feel like it did exactly that.
Part of your message is that people should embrace their uniqueness. In what way did your family and you doing that allow you to have the success that you've had?
Just allowing me to be myself, being unique, not trying to make me into anything else other than myself. And that has allowed me to do a lot of great things that, are unique to me, I go out there and I play free. When I'm off the field, I'm doing the things that Jeremiah Love does, and all of that has just accumulated to me just being a special individual, which my parents have just groomed me into being. But yeah, it all just come full circle. It's all because of them allowing me to be me.
From a little kid hanging on the banister of your living room to being here in New York with many honors to your name now, how would you describe this entire journey, Jeremiah?
Amazing. I feel like it was, just God had a plan. He had a plan, and we put in the work and we executed the plan, and we've been able to touch a lot of people and inspire a lot of people through football and through other things as well. It's all because of God. God has allowed me to be important in a lot of people's lives. So very grateful for that, and I hope to continue to touch people and to inspire people and to really just spread love. Because that's really all this is about, just spreading love and spreading being who you are and staying true to that.
Jeremiyah Love, we are so honored to be sitting in your presence. What a remarkable career you have had at Notre Dame and probably beyond. All right, more to come on the College Football Awards. Coming up, we'll go defensive. The Defensive Player of the Year is recognized with the announcement of the Bednarik Award. Stay tuned.